Hey, what's up guys? Right now I have started sculpting a fire hydrant. It's for the dioramas that I built. I think that if I add a piece of what do you call it, like an additional piece, like a prop, I don't know what you call it, it'll look better. So far I'm up to this right now. You see right there, I'm using some reference. I took some pictures outside, and I picked one that I really liked, but then I regretted it because it has a lot of detail, and it's been really hard to get the shapes right. So I'm using a clay gun. It's one of these things right here, and here are the blades. And with that, you extrude these little strands right here, or different sizes and shapes, and then you try to get all the detail on it. So I thought it's gonna be easier, but it's kind of hard. I've already done for the dioramas, like I've shown in the other videos, like this electrical box. It's quite simple, and I did this one right here. And these are for the pipes that I do, the water pipes. This is for the sentinel head, that the under part of the neck. So I think the hardest part is getting the shapes right and also getting the detail right. I'm gonna use something, I never used this before, but I'm gonna use a piece of wood and try to like impress the detail, because you know, like it has like these indents, sort of like the Roman pillars have, and it's really hard to do because you got to do it symmetrically perfectly. So I did a hole underneath here to hold it with a stick, and it was really hard to do the head. I don't know if I should have done it this way, because maybe you can mold it in one piece. So but what I did is I hollowed it out there like a plug. Then I hollowed this out. As you can see, to do this kind of stuff with soft clay is really hard. So I think what I should have done was just sculpt it like one piece, like the body and the head with one piece, and then just do the detail. But I was thinking, well, if I have to do molding, then I can mold this piece and do a lot of detail on that, and then do the detail on the body, and then just like have these two pieces, what do you call it, come off, and make a mold out of these smaller pieces. So I was thinking, you know, ahead of myself. I don't know if I made things harder for me, but so far it's looking okay, I think. What do you guys think? That's a cable right there. Just trying not to make it too big, because before it was like almost half an inch bigger. So I had to cut the height down and all that. Here are the tools I'm using. I'm using this. These wooden tools are the best. Also, I use this tool, which is this tool I've had for like so long. This is one of the best tools I've ever used. It's a dentist filler, when they do the fillings on your teeth. This tool is like one of the best tools you could ever have for sculpting, and also for like when I used to collect hot toys. It's perfect for fixing the clothes on figures. It's like, it helps you pull and push things that you can't with your fingers. Believe it or not, this is one of the best tools ever, a toothpick. It's one of the best tools. This tool also I've had for a very long time. This one's for detail. You can see it's like really sharp. I bought this at Pearl and Pearl was still open. And I was shocked that Pearl closed, Pearl R store. And I got that there. I still have the little canister it originally comes in. I had called it in for them I had to reserve it because I don't know why I had to call and reserve it. Also, I didn't know this when I started sculpting. One of the best friends is actually paintbrushes, because the professional sculptors use oil or alcohol to smooth out the surface, and one of the things you use is a brush. Also, like when you're doing like really fine detail, these brushes are really good for that. Also, I'm using these tools right here. They are soft rubber pointy things, and these things are really good. I gotta get the other, there's other types, so I only have these two, but I'm gonna get the other ones. There's like 2 more or 3, and these are really good stuff. Like, this is new stuff, because when I started sculpting, this stuff didn't exist. So, and also I don't know how long I've gone without a roller, so I just cut a piece of a pipe and I have a roller now. But this is really necessary. Also, you have to have a clay flattening machine. It's called a pasta machine. They cost like $25, and I always avoided buying that for some reason. So when you have to net the clay, it's like a big pain, especially if it's hard clay like this, because this is firm Sculpty. That's why it's great. So I gotta get one of those. So I'm gonna get one of those probably next month, because I should really have these kind of tools. I don't know why I've gone so long without them. And I also use this blade for cutting, but you don't really need a blade for cutting. You can use one of these, and it cuts clay really well. So it's not, you don't necessarily need to use a, you know, an X-Acto blade or something, but it helps. So these are really good. And what else do I use? Oh yeah, I use these, but this one's too big for this project. So I used to have a little one. It needs to be attached to this one right here. But these things are delicate, so it broke off. But this thing is so cool and it's so useful that I kept it like this. So I use it for shaping and smoothing out. But this one used to have that little wire, and those are really necessary for digging and doing detail, especially when I was digging the this hole right here. So I think that this will be a nice little piece for the dioramas. So next time, hopefully when I make the new diorama, I'm gonna start only making the brick ones, the red brick ones, because those are the ones that sell the most. I will include one of these in there. I'm gonna mold it out of plaster, and so it'll just enhance more the look of the diorama, plus the electrical boxes and the pipings. And yeah, just wanted to do an update. Oh, and I have this little cooking, you can buy one of these for like $7, and these are just basically for cooking rice. So what you do is you cook your Sculpting in there, sorry. You know, you make your piece and you put it in there, and it gets really hot in there for cooking rice, so it's perfect. So you don't have to buy an expensive oven for cooking your Sculpting in there. But sometimes the pieces are really big, so you do need like one of those bigger ovens, and they cost like $90, or I don't know. The last time I looked at one, it was like $90, but I think they go down to $70. But I just don't want to buy one of those things. And yeah, that's it. Also, when using Sculpting for smoothing, it's good to use rubbing alcohol. For really smoothing, real powerful smoothing, it's good to use oil. And I like using mineral oil because it's clean, clear, and if you get it on your hands, it just kind of like it disappears after like 5 minutes. I think your skin absorbs it. I was using this, but this is really thick, and it's not. I don't recommend using this one. This is more for oil painting. And yeah, that's it, guys. Just wanted to share what I'm doing, and if you guys have any questions, let me know. Fire away. I'll be glad to try to answer anything that you might want to ask. Yeah, and that's it. I think I covered all the tools. I also use the Dremel right here. This one's not that good to use because when you hold it, this thing is like kind of heavy and hard to handle. So when you want to do your, work, you're constantly fighting it. So I recommend the new Dremel, the one that you hold like a pen, but it doesn't have this long thing, this cord. I think it costs like 40 or 50 bucks. It's a really nice one. You actually hold it like a pen, and it's kind of thick, but not too thick. So eventually I'll get one of those because I love getting nice tools when they're not too expensive. All right, guys. So keep collecting, and I'll see you guys laters.